Welcome back to another Handyman Land video. Today's video is going to be the assembly and a review on the hose reel cart that I just purchased. So we have some assembly instructions here. I spilled out all the parts to see what I got. The tires, not too fond of the tires. Not a fan. They feel cheap. Once these eventually bust on you, because just feeling the quality, I know they are gonna go, then you can switch up to the tires. I'll leave in the link in the description at the bottom. So here we have the parts that came out of the box. You got your handrail, you got your little basket there. This, I'm assuming, is how you turn this big wheel here. Let's see if we can put this together. So, I'm looking at their little booklet. I'm assuming they ran out of staples. They have one staple holding the whole the whole booklet, but it is what it is. So, first things first, let's make sure we have all our parts before we even begin trying to assemble this. So we have our main piece here, which you kind of say is the chassis to it. You have your handle. Here's the part where your hose wraps around. Definitely got that. Two of these, which is what connects your tires. This piece here, which is where your hose goes. Your handle, one bar bearing, which is this guy here, this piece here, which I assume your ball bearing will go in there. Of course, 4 tires, which I just spoke about. Our little basket. Our hose. So the hose feels pretty cheap. I would say when this goes, there are better ones you can get. So for our bolts, our 40 millimeter, we have 8. 30 millimeter, we have 2. 10 lock nuts, we have 11. 20 washers, exactly 20, don't lose none. 4 cotter pins, 4 of the much larger washers, 2 rubber washers. Here's your 2 rubber washers. They are 2 different thickness. I don't know if you can see that. Your Allen key, and 1 rinky-dinky cheap wrench. Step number 1, you're going to need your 4 large washers and your 4 cotter pins, the 4 tires, and your horse. You also want to grab your 2 rods, and if you see the groove, it actually goes this way. It's a little tight, so I want to give it a little whack. That one went in easy. Next step, slide in your wheels. Grab your washer. Slide in your cotter pin. Okay, second step, you want to grab your reel here, and it's telling you to pay attention of the difference in the reel right here. So on one side you're going to have these bolts here. Get this out of the bag. Then this side looks like this. So it's saying you want to insert this part at the top. Now it's saying to remove this nut, which here, if I push this in and out, it's this guy right here. And that's when you're going to need their little fancy wrench, but I'll be using this little kit that I have here. I've had this for quite some time. It's affordable kit. Comes with numerous sockets for little projects like this. I've had this kit now for probably 8 to 7 years, and I love it. It's still doing its job. I lost a couple sockets, but that's okay. They're probably in the garage somewhere. But this little kit here, I'll leave a link in the description of this small kit, and it's great for small projects like this. So we're going to need a 5/8 for this. So you have to get this other side in this hole. At the same time, get the rod on the opposite end to come back out this hole. So we're kind of guesstimating here where the hole is on the opposite side, so this rod will fall back in and then fall inside this hole. There you go, I got it. So your nut that it comes with, this is like a locking nut. You see that rubber washer that's in there? That prevents the nut from coming back out once you got it in the threads. So get your adjustable wrench here, just size it up. There you have it. Just make sure when you start out the nut that you're not cross threading this. Okay, should look like this. Okay, you want to take your reel here, flip it this way, so you want this side facing this side of the cart where your handle will be. You want to rest it inside there, like so. Now the next step, you're going to need your sealed bearing and the housing that it goes in. That's the housing, and here's your sealed bearing. Place it in there like so. You're going to need, remember there's 2 size screws. You're going to need the 2 smaller ones or shorter ones, 2 nuts, 2 washers, your Allen key, and whichever wrench you're going to be using. Now you need to get number F out of the box, which is the handle that turns the reel. Here's our handle. Now the handle goes on the opposite side of the cart, which is this side. Now, just so you know, your handle has this groove right here, which matches this part here. Now you want to take your bearing, your sealed bearing here, put it in there, slide it in the groove. Take your bolt here and your washer. Okay, slide your bolt in. Slide your other bolt in. Okay. Get your other washer. Same thing on the opposite side. Okay. Get your Allen key. Okay. Same thing on the opposite side. And just so you know, these were the short bolts that it came with. Those are letter M. You're going to need your 2 long bolts, 2 nuts, 4 washers, and your Allen key. And for the next step, if you can get a helping hand, it'll be easier. But in my case, I'm gonna have to do this by myself. You're gonna wanna put your washers on your bolts first. Slide them straight down. Now you're going to need to get this in there. Okay. Okay, now for the side that we have cable tied, we're going to need, again, 4 washers, 2 bolts, and 2 nuts. Put your washers in your bolt. Washer first. Cut our cable tie. Okay, let's give you a little tour here how it's looking. I'm liking it. It's looking really nice. Seems heavy duty. Next step, you want to reach in your box, pull out the handle, the basket. You should have about 4 bolts left, 4 nuts, 8 washers, and we all know we're going to need the Allen key again. Okay, let's get our handle. Put the bolt on this side with your washer. Should look like this, and just tighten it up. Right. Next, grab your basket. Okay, next step, you want to grab the hose that it came with and one of your rubber washers. Okay, you want to put your washer in first. I'm going to put some Teflon. Now, put some Teflon. I don't think we'll need Teflon because there is a rubber gasket in there. But my plumbing master always said if there's a thread, Teflon it. So I just continue doing it that way. Now there's one more rubber washer. Just hold on to it until you're ready to connect this side to your spigot. This horse reel cart does come with warranty. You just have to fill this out and send it in. And you have a 90-day warranty starting from the time that you purchased it. And if the item is out of warranty, you can still receive replacement parts for your product. And this is not a sponsored video. I purchased this item with my own money, but I am Amazon affiliated. If you make a purchase using the links in the description at the bottom, I will receive a small kickback at absolutely no cost to you. Now I have a 100-foot water hose that I'm attached to this. So just make sure you have your gasket in there. And like I said earlier, let's put some Teflon. Teflon's on. Just make sure you don't cross thread. And our little basket is already coming in handy. And I also picked up a garden hose nozzle. 100% metal. Every year I find myself always purchasing another one of these. They just don't last long. They always damaged, they're always leaking, the handle will break off, something always happens to it. So this one is not cheap. I believe it was about 20 bucks, and it comes with 2 rubber gaskets, and it has some basic instructions. So basically what the instructions are saying is when it's time for winter, put it away. I do like that you can manually lock it in place so the hose will stay running. I like it that it's manually like this because it's one less thing that breaks. Now let's talk about the quality. This is heavy duty. It's very heavy. I believe it when it says 100% metal. So I'll do a 6-month review. I'll let you know how I like it. Is it worth even spending the 20 bucks on it? Feeling it feels like it's heavy duty. And it does already come with a rubber washer on the inside. So these are just extras. All that's left is to put our rubber gasket on this end. Rubber gaskets in. Let's make our connection. Do not cross thread. Moment of truth. No leaks. No leaks. No leaks. Man, this got some power. Now, of course, you can make your adjustments here. It's like a mist. You could do a little bit more. Yeah, you could go even more. Well, so far so good. I'll let you know in 6 months. Well, there you have it. That's my video on the assembly of this horse reel cart. It's a pretty easy assembly. I hope this video helps someone out there. Like and subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Well, there you have it. That's my video on this. What is this? It's a horse cart, something like that. It brings most of the tools. It only brought 2 tools. But there you have it. That's my video on the assembly of this. What is this called? Horse reel cart.